Hello, welcome into the latest episode of Video Game Collecting. So today we have a variety of packages as usual. Got something here from Amazon. This is from Limited Run Games Warehouse. We got Video Games Galore and More. I like that name. Best Buy. And Amazon. So there we go. A little bit of a variety here today. As always, guys, I don't remember everything that I picked up. Usually when I record these videos, I'm kind of doing them in batches. So if that gives you a better idea, that I usually don't have a great idea of what I'm going to be opening. I know what I ordered. Don't get me wrong. It's just more or less like, all right, what am I opening right now? That's the thing, is I don't really remember that much. And honestly, sometimes I just jump on these deals that are just crazy good deals. And you kind of have like a split second to think about it before you actually pull the trigger and buy it. So this one has a warning label on it. Okay, I know what this is. Guys. So, this is going to replace this, or at least it should. That's why I bought it. All right, here is the first piece. As you can see, we have the Hylian shield here. And then, so this is why we have the warning label. Boom. There it is. We got the Master Sword right there. Letter opener. Boom. And it goes right in there. Look at that. So when it's time to open the packages, just pull out the Master Sword. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work for packages. I was hoping that it would. It might work for some. So, let's keep it over here. All right, Video Games Galore and More. What do we got here? Oh, yes. Here we go. All right, guys. Resident Evil 6 for PS4. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of mixed on Resident Evil 6. A lot of people say that it kind of abandoned the horror formula and it got into too much action, not enough survival horror. And I understand all that. I get all that. I enjoy all of the Resident Evil games, including Resident Evil 6. And now I have all of the Resident Evils, literally all of them, on PlayStation 4. So I have every physical Resident Evil for PS4. Pretty cool. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I played the first one on PlayStation 1 when it came out. We rented it at Blockbuster. And I remember we actually played it. It was like on Halloween weekend. And this would have been back in, I think 1996. So I would have been 11 years old. Or was I 12? 11, yeah. This is what happens when you get older. 11 years old, though. And I remember playing Resident Evil with my cousin. And I remember we were playing on the big screen TV, like the big screen projection TV. So that was a big deal, basically. Anytime you talked your parents into allowing you to hook up your video game console to the big screen TV, it was a big deal, and you had to take advantage of that window of opportunity to play as many games as you basically could on the big screen TV. So I know those are things today that we take for granted. I mean, literally, I'm looking into this camera right now, and right behind the camera, I have a 65-inch TV right behind here, and that's not even my biggest one. I got an 85-inch in the main room. But, of course, back in the day, this was like a huge deal. So we got to play Resident Evil on the PlayStation with the surround sound. But I remember going down that hallway when the dogs jumped out of the window, and it literally scared the shit out of my cousin and I. And that was just cool because we hadn't really seen that in video games before up until that point. I mean, Resident Evil really was like the first mainstream true survival horror game. I know there's other claims that can be made for like what, Alone in the Dark, I think, on PC. And I think there's another one. Some people say Clock Tower was like the first survival horror. So yeah, there are other games that fall within that. Ooh, this one I'm excited about. All right, I'm gonna cut what I was just saying. Look at this. I didn't know the cover was like holographic a little bit. You see that? Finally got this in. I seriously pre-ordered this on the Switch like, I don't know, probably at least a year ago. And the back's holographic too. I'll try to get a little closer. You see that? Right there, the holographic. I had no idea we were going to get a nice little holographic cover. So guys, have you played Tunic? Obviously, Tunic looks very much like The Legend of Zelda, which is why I was excited about this game when it was first announced for Xbox ages ago. And of course, you can play this on Game Pass, right? But I wanted to at least get a copy of this for the Switch to have in my collection because I have a lot of respect for this game. But let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy Tunic or not? You know, I told my cousin about Tunic and he didn't like it. Now, I don't know if he gave it a fair shake or not. I tend to believe he didn't, and that if he would have played it longer, he probably would have enjoyed the game. So, you know, it's kind of like when you read a book and maybe you read the first or second chapter and you're like, nah, dude, I'm good. Like, this isn't for me. I'm not enjoying it. But if you would have just went like one or two more chapters, you might have read like the best book you've ever read before. You could say the same for like TV series, right? Like, same thing. I was telling my cousin about The Sopranos and I'm like, you know, you really got to watch it, especially because you know, you are Italian and you should probably watch this. Like, you'd appreciate it because I'm half Italian and my family, my mom's side, very Italian. And just watching this show reminds me so much of growing up. And it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. My girlfriend and I just finished watching all of The Sopranos. And I know I'm like 15, 20 years late to the party. But whatever the case may be, we watched it on HBO Max and it was phenomenal. But my cousin said he only got through, or he got through maybe like two seasons, maybe three, and then quit. And that's it. I'm like, well, you need to pick it back up and watch it, man. It was really good. So let me know what you guys think. If you've watched Sopranos before, drop a comment and let me know what you thought about it. All right, here we go. Look at that. Super Bomberman R. Now, have you guys played this? I played Super Bomberman R right when it came out for the Switch, and I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed all the Bombermans. I started playing Bomberman. I have I think part 1 or 2 on NES behind me. And then obviously when Bomberman like really took off was on the Super Nintendo with the multi-tap, which the multi-tap of course allowed you to play 4 players. And this place we used to rent video games from called Gamers growing up, you could rent Bomberman with the multi-tap. I think that's how it came basically. And I don't remember for sure, but Hudson Soft, who made Bomberman, they might have been the ones who manufactured the multi-tap. I'd have to look into that again. But Amazon guys, $10. $10 for Bomberman. That's a steal. All right. Last for today. So this is from Limited Run Games. I do actually know what this is because I don't have a ton of packages coming in from Limited Run. I definitely don't buy everything from there. I'm very selective on what I do end up purchasing from Limited Run. If I had endless funds, of course, I'd probably buy a little bit more. But for the most part, I'm going to buy games that I actually want, right? So, I don't remember buying 2 of these. I'm going to have to look at my receipt and see if I actually did. If I did, that's fine. But if I didn't, and I actually ended up getting 2, that'd be pretty cool. All right, so here we go, guys. 2 copies, I guess. of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I am a huge fan of Knights of the Old Republic. Like, seriously, huge fan. I bought an Xbox for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The original Xbox, I bought it so I could play KOTOR. I love KOTOR. I'm super excited. You guys should be too, especially if you haven't played this. But Knights of the Old Republic is being completely remade for the next gen system, Series, X and PlayStation 5. I presume it would be on Series S, just probably won't run as well. But they're fully remaking Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and when that game finally ends up coming out, whenever it does, I heard it's been in development hell, unfortunately. But when it finally comes out, that is going to be amazing. That's going to be something to really look forward to. Because KOTOR, to me, was like a hardware seller for Xbox, the original Xbox, because it was exclusive to Xbox. Of course, that's why I bought an Xbox, like I had mentioned. So anyway, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Now, guys, I'm keeping these sealed because I do already own this game digitally. And I own Knights of the Old Republic as well digitally. So I have part 1 and 2 now. Factory sealed from limited run. I have 2 copies of 2. I have part 1 somewhere behind me on the shelf. So yeah, I'll keep those sealed because I do already own the games digitally and I can enjoy them like that. I got them on sale on the eShop. I think I got them maybe 2 for $20. It was a stellar deal. All right, guys. So that is all for today. Thank you for tuning in as always. Please like this video. And if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time here, please subscribe as it helps me out a ton. Thanks. Have a great day. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Over here to the left, you can see all my social media. I do all my video game live streaming over on Twitch at ThunderSteve85. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. And remember, you're never too old to play video games.